because you're parked here on airport property. Is there any particular reason why you're sitting here?
Oh, I thought I was allowed to sit here.
Yeah, we own this property right here and along this fence line as well.
I'm not sure if you're right about that.
I am. Before you go, can I get your license and registration?
I mean, not if I've not committed a crime.
So, yeah, you haven't committed a crime, but like I said, this is just our property, and I just need to run some information.
Welcome back to Just Following Orders. Today we're in Greensboro, North Carolina, where it looks like we have a first-time auditor who decided to go out and try his luck. So what happened was he went to the PTI airport to go film there. He parked in where he thought was a public area, and I guess he parked somewhere near where the, police portion of the airport was, and took his camera out and started to film near there. Kind of a gray area between what's public and what's their private area, it sounds like. And so he was there and he got approached by an officer from the PTI Airport Police who told him that he was being trespassed from the area. Nobody had came out and told him that he wasn't supposed to be there, and he didn't refuse to leave because nobody came out and told him to leave in the first place. It sounds to me like both of these guys are rookies. It sounds like the auditor both got some things wrong and kind of needs to tighten up a bit. And it also seems like the officer is kind of a rookie and doesn't really know what he's talking about. So we're going to take a look at the video. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. So it says, on October 31st, 2025, I pulled over at the corner of Inman Road and Old Oak Ridge Road in Greensboro, North Carolina. Within a couple minutes, I was approached by Officer McGee of the PTI Airport Police.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
I'm Officer McGee with PTI Police. The reason why I'm here stopping you is because you're parked here on airport property. Is there any particular reason why you're sitting here?
Oh, I thought I was allowed to sit here.
No, not right here. You would have to go somewhere else, but this particular patch is PTI property.
Yeah, I thought I was on the easement.
So what?
I thought I was on the easement.
This is Inman Road at Old Oak Ridge Road. Yeah, we own this property right here and along this fence line as well.
I'm not sure if you're right about that.
I am. See, it's PTI property right here, and that extends all the way down to this way.
There'd be a the public utilities are right here.
Shouldn't there be a gate for him to go beyond? Shouldn't there be a sign that says if you go beyond here, that's a private area, you're not allowed to go beyond here? Usually they have those signs for people to know what area they shouldn't go beyond.
Yeah, but this is still our property, though.
Where's the signage?
Well, where would not be your property?
10-4, stand by. Excuse me?
Where would not be your property?
We have a patch back that way, and but it's still along the fence line. You couldn't sit there, but I think it should be another road around there where you could possibly sit. Yeah. But before you go, can I get your license and registration?
I mean, not if I've not committed a crime, but
yeah. So yeah, you haven't committed a crime, but like I said, this is just our property.
So he already admitted that he hasn't committed a crime. If he hasn't committed a crime, then what do you need? Then what do you need his ID for? There's no reasonable suspicion.
And I just need to run some information.
No, I don't.
At the airport.
That's not a reason.
I think this is a public easement for one.
Sir, this is not. I work here. I'm a police officer here at PTI.
Yeah.
This is our property, and we cannot have people sitting here.
Well, that's fine. I'll leave.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I'll take a look at the GSI. I did my research before I came. I'm just saying.
Okay. And I work here, and
I understand that.
Yeah.
Understand that, but not everybody always knows. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know. But
yeah, I understand.
All right, man. I'll get out of here.
All right. I just need your license and registration real fast.
I don't think I did anything to.
See,
have to give you
the
my
reason
license.
why I'm asking for is, like I said, this is our property, and
no, it's not. But
it is. This is our property right here.
So. Yeah, beyond that fence, beyond that.
Yes, it's on that.
Beyond
fence.
these be on these utility poles right here. Like if someone, let's say if someone's car overheated and they had to pull over right here, you're gonna get their ID just because their car overheated. And
if I need to.
No, you just can't.
Yes, this is trespassing.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
I understand.
I'm being very respectful here.
Yes, you are, and I really do appreciate that. But like I said, I'm just saying you can't. Need your license to run some information, and that's it. I'm
not putting my name and stuff through whatever information you're trying to run when I didn't even do anything. That's what I'm saying. If you want to get your supervisor here, that's fine. I mean,
I can, but this is trespassing. And like,
I'm not trespassing.
I get it.
I think you need to get your supervisor here. I think
I can do that.
Okay.
But like I said, this is trespassing. You're not in any trouble. I just need to run some information.
Yep. I'll get your supervisor.
942, you're 27.
So it says, after 40 minutes and threat of arrest, I provided my ID. I called PTI Airport Police later that day to complain about my rights being violated. I was given a lifetime ban from the airport. Wow. So that didn't go too well for him. It sounds like the officer doesn't understand trespassing laws. In order to be trespassed, somebody has to be somewhere they're not supposed to be. Somebody has to ask them to leave, and if they refuse to leave, then they can be trespassed. If you ask somebody to leave and they say, it's fine, I'll leave, then there's no reason for you to trespass them. Also, the ID isn't just for you to run people. If you have no reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime, then you don't need that man's ID. That's not how things work. You can't just pull somebody over and be like, hey, I want to run your ID. That's not how that works. And so he ended up spending 40 minutes, and this video was about 4 minutes long, so about 45 minutes, until he got a threat of arrest, and then he ended up providing his ID anyways. I don't really understand why he went to an airport. I think that wasn't a great decision if you're trying to audit. Do the police station like other people normally do. There's plenty of other places if you want to do a First Amendment audit that you can do it, and it wouldn't be as confusing as an airport. Also, ending up being banned for life, I think that's an extreme punishment for him not understanding where he was supposed to be at and where he wasn't supposed to be at. But I commend him on trying. He tried to not give up his ID. He tried to let him know that he wasn't trespassing. But yeah, I wonder if he's trying to do this as a hobby or as a career choice. Either way, he should study up a bit more and find a better place to audit. Anyways, let me know what you all thought about this interaction in the comments. Thank y'all for watching today's video. Check out another one. I'll see y'all next time. Have a great day.